Justice Kayode Eso belongs to the elite core family of the old Oyo army. His grandfather, Ifaturoti, was a general in Ogedengbe's army in the war against the oppressors in the 19th century, won the title Eso. This has become the family name of this warrior who hailed from Ilesha, the capital of Ijesha land. About 85 years ago, a baby boy arrived the family of a couple, Emmanuel Akomalafe and Omatola Eso, who had married for 8 years with only one surviving daughter, Adeyemi. The boy, who was not named until he was about 3 years, was casually called Obakayode by the grandfather, Ifaturoti Eso. Pa Emmanuel Akomalafe oversaw the early life education of his son as he taught him discipline and hard work at home. He took him to farm even at 5, insisting that the young Kayode must work hard as his father. Besides, Akomalafe did not hesitate to teach Kayode the basics of commercial transaction. In January 1933, against the wishes of the 7-year-old Kayode, his father decided to send him to school. Kayode, who did not know what future held for him, believed that everything in this world was pseudo-commercial farming and catching butterflies. He also thought the wishes will always be horses. So he thought of embarking on high-handed hire purchasing of the Ijesha, known as Osomalo, as against going to formal school. Kayode took his father's decision personal and had to vent his anger on the grandmother, who called the father's attention to the fact that Kayode was old enough to go to school. Kayode started primary school at African Church School, Aragon, where he spent a term before he was taken to primary school, Otakpete, for he was later enrolled at Holy Trinity Primary School, Omofe. All these schools are in Ilesha. After completing his Standard 4 at Omofe, Kayode and his close friend and associate, who beat him to second position in Standard 1, moved to St. John's School, Iloro, Ilesha for Standards 5 and 6. Ilesha Grammar School provided ample opportunity for Kayode Eso to display his hard work and intelligence. This school prepared Kayode for future challenges. He was a bookworm, a serious-minded student, a disciplined learner, and sincere friend. He led in many grand discussions. Although St. John's School, Iloro, had selected Festus Rufus Ajayi and Kayode to take entrance examination to Government College Ibadan GCI, but the Egbe Atulushe, which their parents belonged, believed that it was not reasonable for their sons to go to any school apart from Ilesha Grammar School IGS, a disciplinarian which they all toiled to nurture. They posited that IGS was better. Apart from his father, Kayode disclosed that nobody has had so much influence on his life as Reverend N.O.A. Lahami, the principal IGS, who was the first and the friend of the students and teacher of many students, including Latin, English, history, geography, English literature, and mathematics. In IGS, Kayode Eso had a circle of friends which was primarily aimed towards academic excellence. IGS had produced many great Nigerians. Some of them are Latif Jakonde, Kayode Animashaun, Akintude Shulanke, Wab Folawiyo, the late Baba Adini of Yorubaland, Ava Begori, former Chief Justice of Nigeria, E.O. Araka, and Colonel Nwanwo. By 1944, Kayode graduated from IGS as the best male student and was awarded Proficiency Prize of Ilesha Grammar School. Unlike some of his friends, Kayode did not immediately proceed to university for further education, but left for Lagos, where he registered with Labour Department. Because of his high grade in mathematics, he was deployed to the Audit Department, and because of his belief in fighting for human rights, Kayode Eso identified with the striking workers in June-July 1945. Later, Kayode thought he would look fine in the uniform, so he opted to be sanitary inspector. In preparation for his university education abroad, Kayode Eso engaged in commercial transactions. There's a deed on the guardianship of his successful businessman father, who wanted Kayode to prove that he appreciated money. In 1949, Kayode Eso was accepted to come and study in the University of London and Trinity College, Dublin, TCD. He was interested in TCD because Udo Udoma and Jaja Nwachukwu, the two of the famous lawyers then, who graduated from TCD, and because he would come out a graduate with 2 degrees, BA and LLB. By 1954, Kayode had graduated and was called to the English bar in November the same year before coming back to Nigeria to be called to the bar in December the same year. Kayode practiced on his own in different parts of the country and spent 5 years in Jos. Kayode Eso married to Aina ni Agidi, the young lady he met while schooling in Europe. Aina Eso is a good home front manager who takes care of her husband's home whether he's around or not. In his public service, the first assignment to be done by Kayode Eso, a protocol officer in the Foreign Service, was to welcome the Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa and his entourage back home from a trip to the United Nations where Nigeria was admitted into the world body. Kayode quit Foreign Service when the concept of protocol officer must only be seen and not be heard seemed to be contradicting his own belief in freedom of speech. He later joined Ministry of Justice in the Western region, and following the creation of Oyo State in 1976, Kayode Eso became the first chief judge of the state. Kayode Eso had his own share of influence from the government he was working for to affect the judgment in his favor. Example of this influence was the case of a mystery gunman in which the incorruptible Kayode Eso acquitted Wole Soyinka despite pressure from the government. Justice Kayode Eso had been a member of different committees on judicial and economic matters, all to make Nigeria worth living. Many awards, including prize in constitutional law in 1949, criminal law prize in 1950, and legal composition silver medal, the highest award to the best candidate of Dublin Law Society after an external examination arranged by the society in legal composition, had been won by Justice Kayode Eso. Today, National Association of Osun State Students, University of Ibadan, is honoring the grandfather, lover of education, mentor to many, judicial juggernaut, legal icon, and retired justices of the Supreme Court of Nigeria with the award of Distinguished Personality of the Year. Justice Kayode's watchword of "do the right thing and damn the consequence," which he displayed in his private and public practice, will continue to inspire the members of NAOS. In doing this and doing the right thing and damning the aftermath, Justice Kayode seems not to be contented with the delay which characterized the dispensation of justice in the country's elections petitions tribunals and called for the probe of the tribunal judges. Eso also believes adding values to other people's lives should be a way of life. Justice Eso said it is a privilege to be so honored by Osun State students in UI in their first ever Distinguished Personality lecture. He, however, gave them injunctions which he said his father bequeathed to him: do the right and damn the consequence. The heavens will never fall if you do the right thing. This landlord of Green Acre, Kolawole, Ibadan, described his post-judicial service as very active. He's a human rights activist, welfarist, but a political man who is only interested in what one does for one's country. The Ilesha-born Justice Samuel Kayode Eso, who is being honored today, is the current Chancellor, Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, was honored with LLD Honoris Causa by the University of Ibadan. The premier university in 1990 bagged the same award in 2001 at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and the 1979, the fourth highest national award in Nigeria, Commander of the Order of Niger, CON, was conferred on him. We salute this man of integrity, open-minded Nigerian, hard-working Jeshaman, legal colossus of Osun origin, good husband, caring father, and a great nationalist, not only for playing his roles, but for playing them so well.